This is Chiken Little's story. Chiken Little is a little chicken who always had a solution for everything. One day, Chiken Little was playing in the yard under the maple tree when a squirrel rushed by with his arm full of acorns, and one of these acorns fell and hit Chiken Little right whack at the middle of the head. Then, the acorn bounced back into the hole in the tree, leaving no evidence that it was ever there. Read more about Chiken Little. Then, the acorn bounced back into the hole in the tree, leaving no evidence that it was ever there at the first place. Chiken Little looked around. She looked up, she looked down, and she looked all around. But she couldn't put her finger on what hit on her head. Chiken Little always had an answer for everything, and so she thought for a while and came to a conclusion that the sky must be falling down. This made Chiken Little very afraid. And so she thought to inform the king. Also read, the old man and his son stopped. She packed up some of the things that she needed into the bandana and tied it to the end of the stick, threw it onto the shoulder, and hit the road. On her way, she met Cocky Locky, who stopped her and asked what was the issue. She told him, "I was sitting under the tree when the piece of the sky fell and hit me right on the head." Cocky Locky also got worried. He joined Chiken Little and they both headed to the king's castle. Soon they met Ducky Daddles on their way. Ducky Daddles asked, "Why are you both in so much hurry?" They both told the incident that had happened with the Chiken Little. They said, "You haven't heard the sky is falling." A big piece fell on Chiken Little and almost squashed her. Ducky Daddles was very scared, and so he, too, joined them to tell the king the very important news. You may also like The Bear and the Bees. They only made it halfway when they met Goosey Poosey. Goosey Poosey asked, "Hey, what's the matter? You look stressed." Ducky Daddles explained the whole incident to the Goosey Poosey. Goosey Poosey thought that they would be needing some protection as the king's castle was quite far, and so, the four friends traveled to the castle. They spread the news where they traveled. They traveled over the river, through the woods, past grandmother's house, and all the way to the king's castle. When they got there, the king was very surprised to see them. "What are all you doing here?" the king asked. They told the king, "The world is ending." They revised the complete incident in front of the king as a proof. But, the king wanted to see the piece of the sky they were talking about. But Chiken Little didn't have it. How can you say that it was a piece of sky? Also read, The Magic Porridge Pot Story. How can you say that it was a piece of sky? It could be anything, concluded the king. Chiken Little replied, "There was nothing above me except for the tree, and there was nothing on the ground when I got hit, and I always have answers for everything. So, the only thing above me was the sky." The king was not ready to agree with them. And so, the king traveled back with Chiken Little to take a look at the tree under which she was sitting that day. They waited around for a while when a squirrel came running by and yelled down to them, "Hey guys, did you see my acorn I dropped yesterday?" All of them started to investigate. And finally, when Chiken Little checked the hole inside the tree, she saw a missing acorn. The squirrel was happy. Chiken Little was happy. Chiken Little learned that the sky was not falling and that sometimes it's okay to not know all of the answers.